APAP is more than a conference.
APAP is more than a conference.
APAP is the voice that represents the entirety of the touring performing arts.
Probably the most important network that I work with in my career.
APAP is really a mechanism that allows us to be bigger, to be better. It's proof that the arts are alive and thriving.
First of all, I learn something new every day.
The culmination of everything and the beginning of everything.
APAP was so critical to me at the beginning.
I support APAP because of its importance to our sector.
Oh, I support APAP because I wouldn't have a career without it.
APAP makes me feel that I'm part of something in this business, in this sector that I've devoted a life to.
And really makes me feel like it can be a place where I belong.
I'm going to continue to support for as long as I can.
Please welcome to the stage APAP's President and CEO, Lisa Richards-Toney.
We're here, we made it. Woo! Congratulations, APAP. We did it. Yeah, and what a vibe it is. I've gone and met so many of you, and everyone said, this is so good. We've enjoyed ourselves. We've done good work. We've done good business. The talent is off the chain. Like, wow, this is great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We've come a long way, and I'm so glad to be here with you. Okay, so as we close, because we've done a lot of things, and now we're at our closure, we want to thank all of you for joining us, for being a part of this amazing APAP community. Let's carry forth as we do the work to advance our organizations, universities, companies, and visions, all the goodness, the goodwill, the promise that we've created over these last days. As we come to a close, I would first like to invite a few people to come forth because they must take their bow. And do you know who they are? My staff. So these are the individuals, you know, people say, oh, Lisa, thank you, it was so good, it was so good. I said, So that belonged to Krista and Neo and JG and all the people. My success is their success, and your success is their success, and we all do this together. So let me bring them forward. All right. Now known as Nona Hendricks' Walker. Also an incredible talent wrangler, production coordinator, scripting boss. She is conference programs consultant, the world-renowned Vicki Abrash. Vicki, she's working. There she is, Vicki, wave. We love you, Vicki. All right, next up, these are the real awards. She is the newest bright light to our team who keeps us hip with a little Riz and all on your social feeds. She is digital marketing and communications specialist, Grace Asuncion. Grace. She's a delight. Thank you, Grace. Now, a deep thinker, rich with a load of ideas, and a deep passion for understanding field needs and how we at APAP can help. She is Director of Programs and Resources, Krista Bradley. Yay, Krista! Thank you, Krista. All right. She ends every email encouraging you to stay stunning. You know who that is. And that instantly brightens your day, working diligently to ensure conference awardees, participants, and our entire team got the details they needed to do their job well. She is Manager of Executive Affairs and Conference Associate, Shayla Bird. Shayla. Stay stunning, girl. All right, next up. Oh, yeah. They hug you, and they love you all through the complicated details, the labor of setting up registration, confirming your booth, and they love bright and sparkly jackets too. They are Senior Conference Associate J.G. Decker. All right, thank you, J.G. Okay, this is a big one. She's as cool as a cucumber when the heat rises, and believe me, it's risen. That which would stress most people completely out. She holds a massive amount of information and the beat-by-beat playbook to make this conference go. She is Director of Operations and Events, Neo Narner Madison. Yay, Neo! We love you, Neo. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, next up. She is the familiar, friendly voice inviting you to please join. Who's that? And often, please renew. Ensuring that you're up to date on your dues so that your member vote counts. She is Membership Director, Sue Noseworthy. We love you, Sue. You're so sweet. All right. She's the wrangler of me, and that says a lot. Keeping the calendar in line and me on time. She is consultant to my office, Annie Peterson. I love you, Annie. She is the one who greets you as if it's all sunshine and rainbows, and ask her to sing, and you might just believe it's true. Not to mention, she keeps track of our financial accounts, too. She is the accounting manager, Katrina Robinson. We appreciate you, Katrina. They are the chaser of contracts and the pertinent details and won't stop until it gets done. Stop, don't stop, won't stop. Making conference programs, and not to mention the YIPCA curriculum. Did you see YIPCA last night? Oh, outstanding, outstanding. Truly admirable. They are manager of programs and resources, Willie Santiago. She's always on the phone, but only to serve you well. She was missed this time around, but she's kept pace back in DC, clearing the lines and ensuring our member numbers aim high. We're over 3,000, y'all. She is Senior Membership Manager, Keisha Shorter. Keisha. All right. She is eager to get to know you and delights in showing you all the ways in which APAP supports you and that you can support us, from donations and sponsorships, and why it matters. She is Director of Development, Pamela Spears. Thank you, Pam. She is the muscle behind our communications and the reason you know what to do, when to do it, why, all the time. Ensuring our messaging is clear, compelling, and available when you need it most. She is Director of Marketing and Communications, Jenny Thomas. Let's give it up for the APAP team. Stand, 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 stand. Take your bow. Take your bow. Delightful. So this is a row. It's about 12 people in a row. It's not a lot of people. Thank you, Colleen. But we are small and mighty. We're small, but we're mighty, and we get the job done. And I really, really want to thank each of you for your expertise, your dedication, and your commitment. We could not do any of this without each of you. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to go and start thanking all the other people who are here to make this fantastic, who we couldn't do this job without. And there's so many, and they're all on the slide here. Look at all these people. These are all the people a part of our conference support team. All of them. We owe an extra special thank you to our production stage manager, Craig Hornis. Thank you, Craig, for being the heart and the soul of our conference team for so many years. I need to know how many, because it's more than 10, it's more than 20, I don't know. We're getting there. Thank you, Craig. We love you and we appreciate you. You make it look easy, which is not. Okay. A shout out as well to Derek and his team from Bouillant, who are amazing production partners and are to thank for the execution of videography and all session visuals. Thank you, Derek and Bouillant. Thank you to our photographers, Adam and Christy. And Christy's my girl. Adam, you're my guy too. Who captured the fabulous photos that you have seen each day. And we would be lost without the incredible production support from Alicia, Caitlin, Bill, and Deirdre. Thank you, each of you. We would be remiss without thanking our partners at the Hilton who go above and beyond for us. Special appreciation to our Chris Hathaway. He's not here, but hopefully he'll see this, and believe me, he deserves our thanks. Thank you, Chris. We also thank Crystal from Sign Nexus and their ASL interpreters and captioners. As well, yes, please. As the entire team, which has been overseen by our accessibility coordinator, Dominic. We've done a lot of work to increase access and accessibility in this conference, and we hope you felt it and seen it. I certainly have. Thank you, Dominic. Shout out to our customer service team, led by Babette Gillette. Yes. And extra thanks to our student volunteers. They are the next generation of performing arts professionals, so you better get to know them now. Thank you, volunteers. Okay. Next, we have our conference committee that we want to thank. Thank you so much to our conference committee. Our conference co-chairs and conference committee generously gave their time and expertise all year long to plan and shape this year's event. They were your representatives, and we are grateful for their thoughtful deliberation, advice, and dedication. Thank you to all of you. And I look to my right because I'm looking at my bosses. And now we owe a special thanks, tremendous thanks actually, to APAP's Board of Directors. Our board represents every aspect of our field and works hard all year on behalf of APAP in service to the membership and truly in support of me. I truly appreciate each of you. I want to thank Alicia Adams, Aisha Ahmed Post, Mercedes Kasha, Shane Fernando, Jamie Grant, Christopher Harrington, Allie Haynes Hamblin, Christopher Hecox, our board chair, Rika Eno, Amy Lamb, Beth McMillan, Stephanie McKee, Renee Williams-Niles, Shelley Quiala, Aparna Ramsway, Jill Robinson, Francine Sheffield, Lane Sugata, Beatrice Thomas, Christina Vasquez, Mark Wilson, Jacob Yarrow, and John Zion. Give our board a hand. Please stand. Stand up. Stand up wherever you are. Shelley, Jill, Renee. It's a special board. Special board. Thank you all. And now we have our sponsors, which we did give a deep acknowledgement to in our opening plenary, so I'd just like you to see. There are many, and I thank Pamela Spears, again, for all of her work. We secured 100% of our sponsors this year and more. And we're 40% to go for next year, I already found out. So thank you, Pam, and thank you to our sponsors for your deep support. We're so glad you think your audience matters to that our audience matters to you, because ours matters to you. All right. Okay, so we're grateful for you. We have more sponsors, so many. Now we have funders. We have a lot of funders, and we're deeply grateful. We couldn't do what we do at APAP, as all of you know, without that very deep, important support. They strengthen APAP, they strengthen our field in many ways, and we thank them. Thank you to our funders. And now I'm going to leave because I've talked a lot for the last 5 days. And so you're going to be greeted and entertained and just delighted and uplifted and embraced by our next guest. We are thrilled that our closing plenary is a supreme talent who we know will remind us of the joy that only a great performer can bring. She is Tony Award winner and Emmy and Grammy nominee. Last spring, she received her 8th Tony nomination for her performance in Broadway's new musical, Days of Wine and Roses. Currently, she is shooting season 3 of The Gilded Age. Please welcome to the stage, Tony Award winner, Kelli O'Hara.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in a world of my creation, and you'll find it defies explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly Good morning. Woo, APAP! Woo! Good morning. It's 10:30 in the morning. It's not usually my singing hour. I'm so glad to be here. I wanted to join you earlier in the week. My daughter was playing Matilda, and I couldn't miss it. I'm so glad. I'm so grateful to all of you. Thank you for sticking around for this one last thing so that I can talk to you and sing a little bit for you. And thank you. You know, as I was leaving the house this morning, getting our kids off to school, it dawns on me how important you are to our lives. My husband and his band, The Sweet Remains, are booked and seen across the country by APAP through Michael at New Frontier, and I'm sent across the country through Rachel Zeidman at Gersh, and we raise our family because we have the security of going out and sharing our stories in venues where people wouldn't have otherwise known of us. So thank you. I'm going to talk about why the arts are important to me personally after I sing this next song. I want to go quickly so I can get to questions, but you won't know this song probably. It was written for my beautiful Rebecca Luker a few years back. It's called Not Funny. I've searched high and low. I've looked near and far for something droll and jovial in the soprano repertoire. It seems to me that when the notes climb higher on the staff, it becomes less likely that anyone will laugh. I rode on carousels and spent some time in Oklahomas. I sailed on showboats and I'd love some music men. If there's one thing that it taught me, if there's one thing that I know, I'll sing my ass off while Ado Annie steals the show. She's funny. Laurie, not funny. I could have danced all night, but no one would have cracked a smile. Some of my favorite things won't ever get a rise, so we hang our hopes on one song, yep, glitter and be gay. But wouldn't it be loverly if someone had the guts to say, not funny? That song's not funny, unless you're Kristen Chenoweth. I'll never find a funny song, I fear, because it's just so goddamn hard to land a joke up here. Nobody? Two guys walk into a bar. No? That's what she said. Maybe when we sing this high, the vowels all distort the rhyming. Maybe all the writers think sopranos don't have good timing. And so I give you all your spoonful of saccharin and dated love songs, always earnest and sincere. I'll hold a note so purely that no one else would dare. But let some bitch just belt it out and you forget I'm there. Why? She's funny. Belting's funny. So listen, little mixy soubrette. Go get your laughs, but I know that is all you're gonna get. 'Cause no matter how you try, you'll never fucking ever sing this. Okay, good. Just trying to wake you up there. Woo! What's up? What's up, APAP? What's up, New York? Woo! And you thought I was going to sing Getting to Know You. Oh, no. So listen, really quickly, speak about why the arts are important. Well, I don't know why they're important for you. I think I can guess. I know why they're important for me. I wouldn't be here without them. You know, there's a show going on at 54 Below that I just saw. It said, what song saved my life? I mean, this goes on over and over and over again. The arts save lives. I was born and raised in a little town in western Oklahoma where we didn't have a lot of arts. But when I found them through movies and albums, it was a world that I could imagine. My pure imagination built this world for me that had possibility. You're too sensitive, they used to say. Who feels that way? Or who was ever called you're too sensitive? Why? Because we're empaths? Because we're the lucky ones. Because our heads are not in the sand. We need the arts because we make sense of life through them. We bring joy. We make sense of the confusion. And you know, for me personally, when I go out and sing, in whatever venue I'm in, I want to know my room. I want to know what it takes for you to feel something about your own lives. I don't care if you think about me. I want you to lose yourself inside you and be healed or be joyous or go through something that's painful and come out the other side. That's why the arts are important to me. I need them every single day of my life. My home is filled with art and music every day because my husband and I feel the same way about this. He says, go out and spread the joy. That's all I want to do. It feeds me. I'm addicted to it. I love it. And without you, you know, when I go to some of these places in, you know, Schenectady or wherever, and they're like, you know, I really didn't know who you were at all. But this was a great night. You know, and that's fantastic because now they do, right? And I'll take every single one of them because I meet new people and we're all going through similar things and we're making sense of it because we're empaths. There's nothing worse than apathy, and artists are never going to be apathetic. We're always going to feel and search and build and educate. So I'm proud to be one of you. Keep going. Keep bringing us out there and showing us to the rest of this country. We need it. I'm going to finish with this. I was going to sing a different song. You know, I think of art and what I do as service. I always will. It makes me feel full. And so I like to meet the moment. So Dan had this great idea for us to sing this song, which we've sung a few times recently, but never a better time. I'm going to finish with this. Stephen Schwartz has been getting a lot of play lately, and I'm going to give him some more. For LA. Out of the ruins and rubble, out of the smoke, out of our night of struggle, can we see a ray of hope? One pale thin ray reaching for the day. We can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city. Not a city of angels, but we can build a city of man. We may not reach the ending, but we can start slowly but truly mending, brick by brick, heart by heart. Now, maybe now we start learning how we can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city. Not a city of angels, but we can build a city of man. When your trust is all but shattered, when your faith is all but killed, you can give up bitter and battered, or you can finally start to build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city. Not a city of angels, but finally a city of man. A city of man. Dan Lipton on the piano. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, don't worry about all that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I want to take some questions from you. Apparently, there's going to be loads and loads of questions, right? You've got lots of, yes, please, first one. Oh, no, that's just, okay. And scene. I'm out. Okay, good, we have one question. Thank you so much. I got lots of answers.
Hi. Big fan forever.
Thank you.
Love your work, you're amazing. Everybody who's worked with you knows you as like the anti-diva. Warm, welcoming, kind.
Got them fooled.
But how have you, Dracula and before, like you seem to have always known who you are in this industry. Have you ever had to deal with imposter syndrome? There's Rebecca Luker who came before you and the Marin Maisie who came before you, and it's like, who were you when you were coming up, and how have you always had such a strong sense of self and not felt like an imposter?
I mean, what a waste of time. I just want to make great things with good people. Why would I hold people down or treat them like shit? You know what I mean? It's one of those things where I'm glad that's a reputation that I hold. I had wonderful mentors in Rebecca, Marin, Vicki Clark. I had people that actually didn't treat me like some sort of threat, but actually said, go, here are your wings. Let me teach you how to be a leading lady. I had I had some bad things too, but I also recognized where I didn't want to be that way, you know? And that's another thing. I just know we're stronger when we all feel valued and valued together. I'm going to be better if you feel better. I'll never really understand that kind of thing. It might be dramatic and maybe fabulous sometimes to some. I would rather just know that I'm feeling good in the moment that I am, that I can lay my head down at the end of the night and feel proud of what I did. And I love this. Why would I tarnish it with anything negative? You know, that's how I feel. Anyone else? Anyone else want to know about just how great I am? Yep. Yes, I'm going to come right back to you. Yes.
She's Colleen. She has to go.
Okay.
I'm Colleen Jennings-Roggensack from ASU Gamage. I'm on the Broadway League Board of Governors and a Tony voter.
Thank you.
Well, you're most welcome.
Thank you one time.
One of the things I think that's always been great about you is that you've been very generous. Can you talk about your feelings about mentorship? And
Absolutely.
Who comes next?
I mean, listen, that's what I just said. When you have wonderful experiences and wonderful mentors for yourself, it makes you want to pay it forward and give it back when you're older. And look, it's not always easy sharing this business with everybody, and you wonder, well, where's my spot? But we do have our own lanes, and there are lanes that we don't belong in, and so I can see that. I can be humble enough and hopefully strong enough where I can say, that is something I don't do. And make way for it, and maybe even get behind it and support it, so I can be proud of knowing that I was part of it, mentoring somebody, lifting them up, you know. And if someone is doing what you're talking about, being a diva, I have no problem shutting it down as well. There's a lesson in that, right? Don't waste as the leading lady of a show. Don't waste our time, young'un. You know, I've got that in me too. I want there to be a fairness in this business, and what is fair is making room and also lifting up. And so I will always look to be a mentor if I can. Yes. Oh, what do you have there?
Hi.
I don't know what that means.
Thank you so much for your performance. You were one of the first leading ladies that I discovered when being entered into the Broadway musical scene. And then one of the first voices I also recognize when I hear anything. So thank you for your work.
Thank you.
What have you learned throughout the course of your career about taking care of your instrument, not just your voice, but your body, your mental space, your boundaries, the negotiation of your time and your energy. What have you learned throughout the course of your career, and what can you share with a youngin' who is figuring that out?
That is very important. It is very important. And it all goes with the same question theme right here. The better I feel about myself inside, the better I'm taking care of myself, the more equipped I am to show up in an even and fair way. And I've had my bad days. Oh, believe you me. The anxieties, the insecurities, the imposter syndromes, the absolute failure, assumption all the time. But if I'm taking care of myself and I am drinking lots of water and not going out and partying every night and maintaining sort of a nice schedule for myself that allows me to show up for my cast, for my team, and then for my family, then I am better to everybody and I'm a better person on stage. I'm fuller, I'm healthier, I'm more able. So it actually starts, it's not just about singing your voice just right or warming up. It's about your mental health is what I'm trying to say. I'm taking care of my whole self so that I can be, better. And it's a daily practice because there are really dark days. This business is not easy even when you're working. It's ones of ups and downs. You just don't know what's next. Nothing's ever guaranteed. So if you're taking care of yourself as a person, you're going to be building this foundational life while you're working. And thank God, because when the work doesn't show up for you, that will, and vice versa.
And the fit is killer. You're killing. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. The fit, as the kids say. I knew what she meant.
Hey, Kelli, Rick Ivey from Thomasville, Georgia, where you did a great performance for us and a great musical theater workshop with our local theater students. Talk a little bit about your commitment to the next generation and to not just putting together a great performance, but a true outreach life that inspires the next generation of performer.
I remember that trip, and I remember that master class, and I remember there was a young man who couldn't get out of his shell. He was about to play a main role in Town for You, and it's because he had lost a parent or something had happened at home. A brother. That is what is so magical about what I get to do when I come out and I work with kids. We all have a story. I had one, he had one. I can remember them, but he was up on that stage and he was working through something. And I want to be there for that because this is the healer. This is the medicine. This is the drug. It is. It's the thing that makes you go toward it and wrench it out and figure it out. And I want to be there for those kids and those students, teaching them not just how to sing a song or interpret a lyric or use breath control. That's all easy. It's about this. It's about this and this. And I want to get to something there. And I remember we talked. He and I had a talk afterward. And it meant a lot to me because I want him to be up on that stage working through those things that are happening in his life and working them out. It would be much better than, going and sitting in behind a desk and wondering what tomorrow is going to bring. You know what I mean? Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying when you, no matter where you are capable of studying the human condition, we're better off, is all I'm saying.
Well, bravo to you, and what you do is important and impactful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have time for one last question.
Okay, thank you right away for describing so poignantly my life's work. I mean, bringing joy to people, and it sounds hokey, but you said it didn't sound so hokey, so thank you. I have a question. What advice do you have for me? I chose to raise a bunch of kids while locally working in the industry, nursing homes, children's performances, musicals, and now my kids are grown-ups, air quotes, and it's time for me to take my show on tour. Everything I've done from beginning till now has led to this place where I have a show and I want to take it out and make people feel happy. But I'm at the age that I'm a little over middle age, and as a woman in this industry, I feel invisible sometimes.
I understand. Look, there's never any perfect way to do that. What you've done, what I'm doing, what so many people are doing, no matter what your business is, if you're trying to have a family or friendships or relationships. I remember hearing Shonda Rhimes say one time, if you're succeeding, really, really succeeding at one, you're probably failing at another. It's just the way it works. And then you will go back over to this one and you will pull it back up and this one will fail. And that's life. And if you're lucky, you're actually living a life that's got a lot of movement in it, you know, a lot of reason to wake up in the morning and go do other things. So you've done it. They're grown, you say. I'm working on that myself. But you have a moment here. You have the right. You had the right when they were little. You have the right always to take a piece for yourself, to, cliche, put that oxygen mask on first. We have to take care of ourselves. You know, I'm going to quote somebody else, you know, get down off Martyrdom Mountain and take a piece for yourself. And if you have a show that's ready to go do it and let them see what it means for you to thrive. If you've been trying to help them thrive, right? And you will be better for them because what did I just say? You took care of yourself. You will show up better for them. And that's how I feel about my life too, you know, and that's how I can be a better mom or a better friend because I'm taking care of myself mentally, physically. So I wish that for all of you, but also a little bit of forgiveness for yourself when there are days that aren't so easy and that you feel like you're failing. Because remember, we can get back up on that horse the next day and do it better. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wasn't that fantastic? Kelli O'Hara, thank you so much. Thank you. It's so refreshing to bear witness to an artist who reminds us what we know artists do so well, is that they are human, we are human, and that our humanity is what we must celebrate and carry forth. From the good, the challenging, the in-between, it's all a part of existence. And as arts workers, as we go forward to do our work, let's hold on to that, the humanity of what we do. We're all going home now, and some of us are going home to heartache. And so the humanity that we have to just accept and shift and move and maneuver and do things is where it will be for some of us. And as we go forward to sit back at our desk and our computers and get back on that phone and follow up on that meeting that you had here, just remember we're all people, all trying to peopling. Remember the verb? We're peopling and humaning. Thank you, Colleen. I think that was the verb. We're humaning. So Kelli O'Hara, I learned so much from you today. I was reinvigorated to what I think I believe already. And I said, yeah, that's right. So thank you for the inspiration. The world would have us believe that things are going to be tough and we'll be separated. But in the arts, this is a place for all of us. We got this. I told you that in the beginning. We got this, and we do. So go. See you next year. Thank you.